It's Tales from Terry on Tuesday again, and we're going to go through just a few records. He's played on hundreds of records, but he's just brought down just a few to show us.
There's one of my old friend Peter Fermani.
Peter Fermani,
a wonderful tenor singer. There.
Yes, he's an excellent singer.
He is, and that's his wife Jackie now. And I remember he telling me I was at the Derbyshire Miners holiday centre in Skegness, holiday camp, and he was the top of the bill there, and she was a soubrette dancer and singer, of course. He fell for it, didn't he? And they married all these years later. But I was working with Peter years and years before that.
Right.
And that's why when I finished with Australia, I left, during Jog, decided to come travelling the world. I wanted to be more at home, because my first wife, getting a bit unhappy.
Oh dear.
So, but anyway, Peter, who I'd worked with him, I'd say on many occasions, he rang me up and he said, would you like to do a summer season with him at Skegness? So I said, where is it? It's the Derbyshire Miners Holiday Centre at Skegness. It's next door to Butlins. Not as big as Butlins, but similar type setup. So I thought, well, right, it's 26 weeks, 26-week run. And I thought, well, you can't not do that. And they had a lovely theatre there. It held about 1,000 seater in the theatre. And they had to do shows every night, different aspects of the shows, including a talent competition on one of the nights. We played. And I got a nice organ in there in the pit, and the drummer I got was a guy called Des French, who I'd met previously. He played with me at the Barbell Club here in Barnsley. That's where I met Lydia. Yeah. And I knew he was a good drummer because he was RAF trained, so no problem at all. So I got Des in there, and so that was the show, and we had to time the show up to a certain amount of time, so it didn't last all that long. It lasted about an hour and a quarter in total in the night, because what they wanted then is for the punters, right, the customers, to go into various night venues. There were another one there, and I played at another one on the club, a small on the venue called the Golden Butterfly, and we used to play for dancing there on a small dance floor, and then we had a cabaret, and it was usually one of the acts that were on the show would come and do a cabaret spot every night. Yeah. So Peter was one of them.
Right.
On the second year, we had a couple of comedy nutcases called the Harmon Brothers. Great guys to work with, really, really funny. And they used to they're hilarious. They, in later years, after the end of that summer season, they had to go to London, and they were working for Children's Entertainment, BBC. And they changed their name to the Chuckle Brothers.
The Chuckle Brothers.
And then it became Chuckle Vision.
Yeah, to me, to you.
That's it. From Rotherham, Barry and Paul, who used to play golf with them. Yeah, Skegness.
Oh.
Right bandits.
I love Chuckle Brothers.
But, that's...
Right.
Another one as well, playing golf in the Skegness, used the old little fourballs among showbiz people who were there.
Oh, right.
And one day, I found myself playing golf with Norman Wisdom.
Really?
So,
oh, wow.
So you don't know where you're going to meet him up with or where. He was absolutely lovely. Great fun to be. Just walk around the golf course with him. Playing golf with him, just fabulous.
So we've got Peter Fermani.
Yes.
Is he still teaching as well? He's Doncaster now.
He was teaching. He's not been very well.
Oh, has he not?
No, he's not. And Jackie also not been well. She had throat cancer.
Oh.
So
nice.
Jackie's. But this is another guy here called David Alexander. Who was very big at the time in the club scene, and he was from Wales. He was Welsh, and a good-looking lad, as you can see. But he had a great voice, and he was like in between Tom Jones and Engelbert Humperdinck.
Right.
And it was just unfortunate that he was there at that time.
Yeah.
It was just unfortunate. And this is the record I made with him. I wrote all the parts for it. We did it in the Fairview studios in Hull.
Right.
And I recorded, I did all the parts and recorded it with the band and that. And I produced that there. And put all the...
Fab.
And this is my old friend here, Julian Job, who, it's only the older people will remember him, but he was one hell of a singer. From that tenor, very strong.
Right. That's Julian Jog.
That's Julian Job.
There we go.
Right. This is a guy that when Ronnie Dukes died in Jersey, he was on the same show
All right.
as Ronnie Rick, a lovely singer from Wales called Bryn Yen. And he wanted to do this CD of a semi-religious nature. If you look at all the titles,
Yeah.
it's a religious kind of album.
Right.
For him and his wife, who also sang, Mary they call her.
Yeah.
And he wanted to do it with a 28-piece orchestra, right? And the Sioki Male Voice Choir.
Wow.
While we did it at Rockfield Studios in where is it, Monmouth. Rockfield Studios, Monmouth. And I wrote the arrangements for the orchestra. He got 16-piece plus 12 strings on top of that.
Right.
Which we did that separately. Right, for the backing tracks.
Yeah.
And him and his there. And then they came in after with their music director and put the choir parts on top of the orchestral parts.
Yeah.
He spent a lot of money on producing that, Bryn. And it sold thousands in America.
Oh wow. Wow.
Now that's on the vinyl
Yes.
when they first did it. Of course we didn't do it digitally then, did we?
No.
But since then, in 2012, he did it again with the same tracks onto digital.
Did you re-record the whole
He
thing?
recorded it.
Oh wow.
So he brought it out again
Wow.
as in digital. You can buy it, get it on YouTube or something, or on,
Oh, we must look that up. Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
I'll play you some of the tracks later on, so you can actually hear what they are.
Fabulous. Yes. Yes. So,
Yeah.
recording star, live star, Mr.
Oh,
Terry Herrington.
Yeah, well, I did a thing with Bernie Clifton as well.
Right. We'll talk about that next week.
Okay.
Save yourself for next week.